What actually happens to your penis when you haven't had sex for a long time? In this eye-opening video, we delve deep into the fascinating changes that occur in your penis when you haven't had sex for an extended period, what it means to be sexually active, why you might be experiencing a dry spell, the potential side effects of not having sex, and the importance of sexual activity for maintaining a healthy penis, and what you can do to support your body during the periods of no sex. Whether you are abstaining for personal reasons or not, or simply taking a break, whether you are sexually active or not, understanding these changes can help you make informed choices about your health. So let's dive into what we have. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, you are welcome. Kindly give me a thumbs up, hit on the subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell for more valuable content. So right here, I'll be speaking based on my research and what I've heard from some men out there. I believe everyone's body is different, so what happens to our bodies when we haven't had sex for a long time might be different. Okay, so feel free to express yourself right there at the comment section. Even if it's one thing you learned from this video, make very good use of it. Sex is a healthy, loving act that strengthens the bond between partners. It's a way to deepen a romantic relationship and experience pleasure in a consensual and special way. While it can be an experience unlike any other, there may come a point in time where you or your partner may experience the dreaded bedroom dry spell. Sexual desire may wane, sexual fantasies may become less interesting to you, or you may have dysfunction such as low testosterone, hypoactive sexual disorder. But the question is, what happens when a man is not sexually active or starts abstaining from sex or lost interest in it entirely? Let's explore what happens when a man stops having sex or has less frequent sex. Number one thing is that you may develop feelings of inadequacy. I mean, feeling you are not good enough or having low self-esteem as a result of no frequent sex. Sex has an intimate quality to it, and removing that layer of love in a relationship can make some men feel inadequate or insecure. In cases like this, it's important to understand that your self-worth is not tied to the frequency of your sexual experiences. A man who has sex with his partner multiple times a day is of no higher value than a man who doesn't engage in sexual acts for weeks or months. However, it's also important to recognize the health benefits of a sexual connection. After sex, our bodies release hormones like endorphins and oxytocin that makes us feel relaxed, happy, and positive. These chemicals also help fight against stress and improve your mood. So, stopping sexual experiences may logically seem like you are removing the source of these happy hormones. But that's not quite the case. Endorphins and oxytocin production can be sourced from other types of activities. This can include playing with your pets, walking in a park, participating in exercise, socializing with friends and families, enjoying your hobbies. Yes, doing things that make you feel good will make your life happier, and you will no longer need to find ways to satisfy your sexual drive if you don't need to. This will not only help you improve your self image, but it can also make you less anxious and less insecure as a whole. When you don't engage in sexual activities for quite a long time, you may struggle with relationship problems. No relationship is the same, and it's fair to imagine that unmanaged differences in forms of intimacy can cause strains between partners. It can lead to some misunderstandings between partners. Sex and sexual compatibility are very important things to discuss before going into a relationship. Because if there's friction in sexual intimacy in a relationship, I mean, one person wants sex more often, it might be hard to feel emotionally attached to your partner. Okay, the longer you go without engaging in sexual activity, the more disconnected you may feel with your partner. This is quite true, especially if you don't do things together or enjoy other forms of shared activities like going on a date or playing together. You can also try other methods of improving communication and intimacy, such as cuddling, kissing, affectionate gestures, opening up to one another, and so on. When you don't engage in sexual activity for a long time, you may have increased odds of developing prostate cancer. According to my research, okay, a large study with male participants shows that higher frequent ejaculation is linked to a lower prostate cancer risk. Prostate cancer is the second most type of cancer in the United States. A man's prostate produces seminal fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. The prostate is located directly below the bladder and above the muscles of the pelvic floor. Then the cancer in a man's prostate is a small walnut-sized gland that produces seminal fluid. From my research, having sex more often helps reduce prostate cancer risk later in life. However, it should be noted that there have been studies that refute this claim. Higher frequency in sex can also increase the risk of contracting sexually transmitted diseases. If you sleep around with multiple partners, the risk can be heightened, especially if you are not using protection. But if you are in a committed relationship with a single sexual partner, and maybe you guys have been having sex for years, then you should have very little risk of contracting this disease. When you don't have sex for a long time, your immune system may be impaired. According to my research, a study shows that men who have sex more often had a higher immunoglobulin A, an antibody count, than those who didn't. Immunoglobulin A is responsible for various key factors in our immune system, such as maintaining homeostasis with your cells and protecting body tissues. While having a higher interest in sex can be risky, it can also be beneficial. But you can boost your immune system through other ways, such as quitting vices like smoking, sleeping properly every night, taking care of your physical health, removing harmful erectile dysfunction medications, and undergoing a healthy living program. Now, as a man, if you don't engage in regular sex, your belly fats may remain intact. Sex makes you move a lot, so it's not surprising that you'll be burning quite a bit of calories along the way. Research has shown that young sexually active men can burn up to 3.1 calories per minute, while women can burn up to 2.4 calories per minute. Let's talk about the effects of sex on your mental health. A 2020 study of sexual behaviors during the COVID-19 lockdown supported claims that having regular sex had association with low rates of anxiety and depression relating to sexual functions. Other studies suggest that sexual activities may also boost mood and improve overall well-being. Let's talk about blood flow. Regular sexual activity promotes healthy blood circulation in the genital area. Without it, you might experience decreased sensitivity and even erectile difficulties over time. Sexual arousal and activity can boost testosterone production. Without this, you could notice a decrease in libido, have mood swings, and even loss of muscle mass. Without regular erections, the penile tissue may become less elastic, which could lead to conditions like Peyronie's disease that is characterized by painful curvature during erections. Take note of this. If you've stopped having sex due to sexual dysfunction such as erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation, consult a medical clinic today for proper diagnosis from a well-trained medical professional. If you are suffering from a loss of interest in sex, get in touch with a sexual health professional to provide advice on sexual health. There is no denying the pleasures of sex, but sexual abstinence is not the end of the world. Stopping sex for a long time doesn't have any adverse consequences. Fortunately for you, many of these benefits of sex can be acquired through other means, such as exercising regularly, eating a healthy diet, and living a healthy lifestyle. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, you learned something from this video, you picked something, please give me a thumbs up, hit on the subscribe button, drop your comment, your contributions, your questions, and share with other people to also enlighten them on sexual health. My name is Chemiada, a relationship consultant, and my aim is to make your love and family life a bliss. Stay healthy, live healthy.